Good morning and welcome everyone to this year's Regional Conservation Partnership Network Gathering. This year, we shifted our focus to the how of climate justice and related climate resilience.
I believe that humanity's continued existence will be a result of the conservation community.
To name that climate justice goes very much in line with racial justice and economics justice. We can't tease those apart. These are intersectional issues.
How do we go back to the beginning of what happened here and look at this collective of people that are here right now? How do we come together and start actually rewriting or changing these laws?
We're trying to listen and say, okay, this is the issue that we need to coalesce around and work on together because it's coming up time and time again.
When you're presented with that challenge and you have the courage to take it on, one of the things that you are doing is fighting against the ways in which these oppressive and destructive systems keep us busy fighting each other, our various justice focuses, rather than working together to solve our common problems.
It's about, no, how do we completely throw the table out of the room, not all come to the table, throw the table out and get everybody out into nature and invite everybody that's walking here on the earth to this conversation instead of creating a table where only so many people are going to be able to fit at.
Not having the knowledge stream come down from above saying this is our top priority, this is where it's coming from, but actually coming together to say what are our top questions as a community, how do we address them, rather than a kind of top-down approach.
It's about building human resilience, by connecting people with nature.
When you are creating an opportunity for somebody to have time in nature, you can be extending life.
I think it's just understanding who each other are in the first place.
Do your homework, understand the trauma and know what you're walking into and why maybe they don't trust you right now and how can you overcome that. If you do make mistakes, know better and do better afterwards. Understand what you did wrong and move on from that.
And talk to people that maybe you haven't done before. And then you will find those commonalities, or maybe they won't be, but they are the start of new relationships from which you can build these programs and projects.
We're all just people. Bring your humanness. Throw that table out, I like that, and get outside together.
We need to keep doing these things, trying new things out, taking risks as we've been talking about, involving much more diverse groups. Keep these things alive and making these incremental gains.
All of us in this space are in some position of privilege and in some position of power, and sharing that power doesn't lower our own power.
Don't just look in your own backyard. Don't just focus on your own one town, but how can you leverage your impact to preserve more land, to connect land?
Who is making the decisions? Are the people who have to live with the material outcomes, the material effects of those decisions, are they in the room? Are they at the table when those decisions are made? You also have to be able to influence the decisions that are made at that table. People who usually sit at these tables not only have to make the table bigger, but you also have to learn to listen, but more importantly, to take seriously what historically excluded and currently marginalized people say.
You can get through it and get started today. You don't have to wait till you think that you're ready, because there's always something. But just go with a willingness, an open heart, listening ear, and the willingness to work through it. Do some self-reflection. If you do, hit a crossroads.